Clear Shots is brought to you by Pinecast. Use the code R-63F8FB to get 40% off your first 4 months.
Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots.
All right. And back to the Zippo. Kick this one off with the Zippo, too. Lights the place on fire.
It burns the house down.
That's a serious flame.
Yeah, I don't know why, because usually it's like to here, but I refilled it and it's like...
Yeah, but
it's
you
a
can't
crack.
turn that down. There's no like
Nope.
Really?
Nope. You
You
have
can
one
do
on
that
you?
on some of the
You don't have a zip on you, do you?
No.
Oh, you don't?
I have one of those butane, like,
The
torch.
torches? Those are fantastic. I should have brought that. I have one that looks like a roll of quarters.
Yeah.
Aaron fucking loved it. I brought it out for Harborfest, and you peel it off, and it's like the top 6 quarters. It's like a roll of like that long. You peel the top off. When you light it, it actually changes colors while the fucking flame is going through.
Aw,
That's
too
cool.
fancy.
I don't know where the fuck I found it. It was like in my bathroom cupboard. I was like, I've never seen this before, and I don't buy lighters. I
usually just use an RPG, and then I fire it, and then I light the smoke right as soon as like right after it goes out. Then you just put it in the chamber real quick. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
already hot.
I actually have the flamethrower from The Thing, and that's how I light all my cigarettes.
Yeah.
No, oh my god, that's Tombstone.
What's more dangerous though,
A flamethrower or an
or an
RPG?
RPG to light a cigarette with?
RPG.
I would say
RPG.
Because you have
Are
to.
sure?
Yeah.
Because with the flamethrower, it has to kind of come towards you, like.
Well, when the flamethrower's on, it's like a pilot light, so you can just use the pilot light.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't think about stuff.
That's meta thinking.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
You gotta
that.
think outside the box. RPGs, dude. I would love like if
Because with RPG,
I
it comes out the back too, like the fucking blowback of it.
have you seen videos of people getting fucking manhandled by the blowback of RPGs?
Yeah.
Dude, I was watching videos of that, and like this dude was standing like the back of the RPGs here, so the it goes off, and like he just loses half his face. Like, it's gonna hurt, dude.
Yeah.
Support the troops.
I saw a video. There was a thread on 4chan I went on a while ago. I was hammered, and it was just like the subject was like terrorist fucking up. And so many videos that they had were like terrorists, like, or not soldiers, whatever, insurgents, brown people, whatever you want to call them.
Terrorists or soldiers?
You know what I mean? But it was like they were loading a mortar thing, and you can see the dude, and it shows the full clip, and he puts the mortar in backwards.
Yeah.
Fucking blows up the entire area. And then it goes slow motion where he grabs it, flips it around, looks at it, flips it around again, and then still puts it in the wrong way.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
blows up everybody around him.
Listen, when America sells munitions, we don't give instruction manuals.
No.
We just give you the bombs.
Right,
They don't ask. We don't ask questions. We don't give
there's no
instructions.
QR code.
No. You
Right.
figure it out as you go. You
Yeah.
blow
and
yourself
once
up.
you've swiped your credit card, that's where the deal ends.
Yeah, that's
for
done.
sure.
That's the end of the train.
I'm getting too warm to wear those headphones, man. That's fucking genuine leather.
It is genuine leather.
Sorry, I'm making you hot.
I know, you do that to me.
It's just I'm a furnace. I'm hot.
It happens.
It burns.
So
the Crimson Edge, what are you guys up to?
Well, we just got done with over the summer. We did a 4-day run.
well, let's say what the Crimson Edge is first.
They are a
Aaron hasn't said enough.
they're a safety razor company that sells blades that
And they're all red. They have to be
they're red. So that way, if you cut yourself, you don't get scared.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that way, they don't rust because they're red. And if you can't see the rust, then there's no rust there. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Perfect.
1v1 me quick scopes only.
Perfect.
No overshield.
No overshield rust. Grenades on the map.
Swords only.
BRs. BRs only.
Jesus.
Op only.
So yeah.
Scouts and knives. No. We're yeah. I mean, it's funny because we don't know what to say about ourselves. Like we get written
What kind of music
about.
do you guys play?
We play metal,
What
but
kind
it's
of metal?
that's where it gets weird. People are saying we're like atmospheric black metal. We have all these different names and stuff, but like in all legitimacy, Aaron writes Blue Oyster Cult riffs with too much distortion. That's it. It's
awesome.
Old rock and roll metal riffs, you know what I mean? And then just with our little twist.
It sounds good. I like what I've heard from you guys
Thank
so
you.
far. It's very cool. It's cool. It's cool. I like. I get happy when I have people in my life that are passionate about what they do.
I kind of wish old school rock and roll would come back a little bit.
It came back and then it left because the White Stripes and the Black Keys and that one band that Brian likes, the Parlor Mob, Wolf Mother. They're sort of that classic rock kind of feel. Greta Van Fleet is going to take off. They're going to be...
Yeah, they actually probably will.
They already are.
They're like
they're
the
already
Led Zeppelin of our generation or whatever.
And like,
they're good. I mean,
people compare them and it's like, there's like their two hits. He sounds exactly like Robert Plant.
Yeah.
But the rest of their songs, dude, they're fucking cool. They're like, it's like groovy, hard jazz almost.
It does have a new wave sort of feel to it.
Yeah. Makes me thinking, we talked about Pink Floyd before, and it makes me think, I think Pink Floyd's the only band I can think of that, like, if you brought them to today, they'd be able to, the sound would be the same. But then you look at bands like Led Zeppelin. I've been getting into CCR recently. CCR is fantastic. Imagine the stuff that they'd be able to come up with now with the technology we have now. Sort of like with athletes, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, still, though, has it really changed that much?
No, and I think when
it's more of the creativity that's changed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like just the way that the music's... And I guess with like electronic music and shit, yeah, I guess in a way it has. But...
hip-hop has been crazy, dude. I was never a hip-hop or rap fan, but that's all I can listen to lately because that's like metal for me when I was younger was crazy because I could find a wicked obscure metal band and then to just be like, okay, this is fucking sweet. Like Iron Thrones is one of my favorites.
They're great. Yeah.
And like they have such a unique sound.
But I feel like as musicians, they'd still write something very similar to what they had written.
Yeah, we got a little off topic. Back to the Crimson Edge. I totally derailed that.
I always get it always gets weird when people try and describe what your band sounds like.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like I said, it's Blue Oyster Cult with riffs, and Aaron will attest to it. Next time he's here, ask him, and he'll be like, "Yeah,
we're never having him back on."
It's funny because like most of the most accurate descriptions of it feels like. The most accurate descriptions of what someone sounds like comes from the people who just listen to you, not necessarily yourself.
That's true.
Because like I feel like to yourself, you sound like yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's just how you because that's what you're writing for. Is most of the time you're writing to write music that you like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And to the people that are listening to you, they're like, "Oh, you sound like X or you sound like Y."
Yep.
Like that's where you kind of get that description from.
People will describe bands that we had never heard of, and you're like, you're exactly like and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have to check them out and see what they're like.
They sound German.
Yeah, exactly. Usually obscure European bands or Japanese bands, or bands that pretend to be from China, like Ghost Bath. We're always
they pretend to be from China.
How the fuck do they? Would they have like egg rolls or something?
No, they got Chinese food at one point. I guess, but
they must have.
Ghost Bath for a long time pretended to be from China, and that was like a shtick that got
seems
them
like an odd gimmick.
Yeah, it is, but it worked. And now all of a sudden we're like, oh, they're just from like Seattle or something. No big deal.
It's like actual Chinese food in America because Chinese food from America is
all from Seattle.
It's all from Seattle. Might as well be.
Okay, but the fortune cookie started in California.
Yeah,
from my recollection. Like, so it's like
that's probably true.
It's all bullshit.
Like General Tso's chicken wasn't. It was. Like all the Chinese food you have now, you couldn't go overseas and get that.
I wonder what the motive for the fucking fortune cookie was, though, because like it's not like you're charging extra for it. You're just handing it out like
it was free. The original Snapple cap.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. That or you get the one that says like order more like sesame chicken.
Drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah,
drink your Ovaltine.
I wonder if they ever had like deals, like discounts in them. Like $1 off sweet and sour.
I love
Sweet sour for me.
Like when you get Dunkin' Donuts and you peel the coupon off.
Oh,
What do you do? Turn around and
You
go
didn't
buy
get-
more?
I don't have one.
Yeah. Well, everybody at work has been giving me their coupons that have macchiato in the name because I love macchiatos. And there's a coupon where if you go to Dunkin'
It's like
Donuts,
$1.
yeah, if you go to Dunkin' Donuts after 11 a.m., you can get any size macchiato, hot or iced, for $1.
Yeah.
Huh.
I did that the other day for
Macchiatos
what
are
I just
fucking
got.
amazing, dude. It's just a ton of espresso with like steamed milk. It's like it's a manly cappuccino.
A manly drink.
Yeah,
So you can buy the girly drinks later.
exactly. Get an appletini, get a Long Island, have a Sex on the Beach, get a Gilligan's Island. Just do you, dude. You know what I mean?
Sex on the beach.
Right?
I won't lie. That is a pristine beverage.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never had that.
They're
Never?
really good, dude.
Oh.
It's vodka, rum, and peach schnapps and cranberry juice.
It's good.
It's really.
I've never
good.
had sex on the beach.
Like literally or the beverage?
Both, I guess.
The beverage, I can attest, is good. I can't say about the beach. That's sandy.
Sex on the Beach seems very grainy.
It seems, it seems horrible. It seems like shit would get caught in a lot of places.
I feel like you
a
only
lot
have
of-
sex on the beach after drinking a lot of Sex on the Beaches. That's probably where the name came from.
Perfect.
They're like,
Right.
yeah, you know that drink you made me the other day, Tom? Yeah. Oh, man, I ended up having sex on the beach.
Yeah. And then they're like, that's it right there.
Yep.
Market that shit.
Shit, I was gonna call that the fuck nut.
Yeah. That would have been way more appealing.
Well, I did fuck my nut pretty hard.
Oh, when blood comes out because of the sand.
There's probably so many nooks and crannies that sand is in, though. It's fucking devastating, dude. Fuck the beach. It's like,
Fuck the beach.
it's like you can't even like do anything on the beach
Wait.
without getting sand in everything.
But have you been to a needle beach?
The fuck's
No, that sounds
like,
awful.
Like Jersey Shore?
Okay, exactly.
Like
we,
the fucking
That
Always
sounds
Sunny
even
episode?
worse.
Oh.
That sounds awful.
we played at a venue called Sammy's, and it was across from a beach that everyone was like, it's a needle beach. And everyone's like, yeah, we'll get our bathing suits, we'll go swimming. And they're like, no, it's a needle beach. And
Instead of sand, it's just all hypodermic.
Hypodermic.
I would say at least 50% of it is hypodermic needles with at least a shot left. Because you'll find people like walking around like,
Oh boy.
yeah, there's something in
What?
that one. Yeah. So we looked at it.
So
and we're
what?
like,
People
nah.
go there and just shoot up on the beach?
Yeah.
Now, do they have nude needle beaches?
Noodle beaches.
That's where you find your winners. Get one of those in Fulton.
Jesus, dude.
Nude beaches are a weird concept too. It's just like,
I think it's weird because Americans, as a culture, are very uncomfortable with sexuality.
yeah, but it's still kind of
exactly.
just a weird culture. It's just kind of a odd thing.
Yeah,
Why?
be by the water and be naked.
Yeah, like why does
Only
it have to be
here,
at the
though.
beach? Like if you're gonna have that be a thing, just let people be naked all
Can I
the
be
time.
naked? Yeah. I can get that. I can get behind that, actually. If you're going to be naked at the beach, I got to see your scrot there. Why not see it at
Right.
Walmart?
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be at the, the checkout, and there's your balls.
Yeah,
I mean, half the people do it at Walmart anyways, so it's...
more or less. Yeah.
Dude, there was a lady I saw at Walmart that was literally just walking around in this, like, not even a sports bra, just like a regular brassiere. Walking around with that.
It's pretty funny when like fat chicks wear like cutoff shirts.
I want them to be confident,
Yeah.
but I'm not confident.
Yeah.
And that's, the weird thing. Is, I want them to be, successful in
To
what
accept
they wear.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good for them, but I guess it's just...
It doesn't
a
make it
man,
any
you know?
easier to look at.
Yeah, I'm not confident
feel
in
bad.
their performance.
Yeah. I feel bad. And I get weird because, on YouTube, late at night, I'll find those videos of, the juggalette,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? The Queen Juggalette kind of videos and stuff. I can't think. I think it was Broadly or something with Vice did a whole thing on that where they went to, the Juggalo conventions and
That
found,
shit's
the
weird as
best
fuck,
one.
too.
I
Where
mean,
they drink fucking off-brand sodas and shit.
yeah. Dude, the one of...
They drink Faygo and shit, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, fucking
Like
mellow
orange
yellow.
sodas.
that's,
RC Cola.
Yep.
Weird
It doesn't
as
have to
fuck.
be a 2-cola system. RC Cola keeps Pepsi and Coke on their toes.
The fuck?
I've been watching Family Guy recently.
There you go.
Yep. I'm fucking consumed. Old Family Guy, because I rewatched Family Guy just because I wanted to watch the Star Wars parodies because they're great. They're really good. But then I rewatched and I started from season 1, and it's actually it's almost sad how clever it used to be and how it didn't rely on cutaways all the time.
remember that time when?
Yeah.
That was
And then
the whole episode.
I watched this guy on
episode
YouTube.
plot either.
I watched this guy on YouTube called
episode.
Oni. Chris O'Neill from Newgrounds. He does a Let's Play on YouTube now, and he's fucking hilarious. But they make fun of Family Guy in an episode because he's like, yeah, I think it's weird that every time there's a commercial, they have to summarize everything that happened beforehand. And they're just like, PETA, I can't believe you beat up the principal, and now you got to run the school because you took his job. And it's like the episode where Brian dies. They're like, yes, kids, you got to believe it. Our dog, Brian Griffin, is now dead. Like...
Just a recap.
They have to recap every time.
Last episode on Family Guy.
Yeah.
Last time.
There's something about it that's very
ballsy.
It's like endearing almost. It brings me back to my childhood because I watched Family Guy when I was way too young to be watching Family Guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like the advent of seeing things you shouldn't see.
Yeah,
it's like you know what I mean? Futurama.
And a lot of people don't realize or don't know that Family Guy was dead in the water, and Adult Swim bought it. And they showed it all the time, and that's why Family Guy is around today still, because it just blew up on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be a show that was just like, you know, a one-off 2-season sort of thing, 3-season sort of thing. And then Adult Swim bought the rights to Family Guy to syndicate it, and then its DVD sales just skyrocketed.
And then they hired the manatees with the idea balls.
Oh my god, it's so good. I fucking love that episode. South Park is great.
Did Family Guy ever retaliate for that or no?
No, they don't give a shit, dude. Because
it'd be way funnier if they did, though.
Seth MacFarlane makes way too much money.
He doesn't care.
Give a shit.
Yeah. He's a very talented guy.
I feel like Matt
too,
and Trey
dude.
make a lot of money.
The fact that you're like he was 26 years old. He was 26 years old and he created Family Guy, which is like ingrained. You know, it's everybody knows what Family Guy is, which is crazy to me.
Right.
Family Guy to me is the Nickelback of TV shows. A lot of people make fun of it, and I think it's because it's easy to make fun of.
Yeah, but Nickelback's awesome.
They are. I like Nickelback too. Maybe
All
that's
right.
why I like Family Guy.
There's a small secret that the Silver Side Up album by Nickelback is actually not that bad.
Yeah, but their shit is good.
It wasn't bad.
And they have the one album.
I still have Nickelback on my playlist.
I do.
What do you got? Animal?
I got Photograph. Yeah, I got all the good ones. I got all the hits.
There's some double kicks in that. That's some heavy shit.
Oh yeah, they went hard. I don't.
My
problem, it's weird because that whole thing became just an internet thing. Like it just became a meme, and I feel like most of the hate towards Nickelback came from that, not necessarily like actually Nickelback. Like it's weird.
There are so many worse bands that are just as popular as Nickelback, or even close to being as popular as Nickelback.
Like I feel like Creed got to that point, but not to the extreme that Nickelback was.
Yeah,
like, people didn't like Creed.
Dave Matthews Band,
but Creed had fucking 6 songs. Like Creed has some bangers, dude.
Yeah, dude. With arms wide open, out there in the Simona.
See, that's Dave Matthews.
Yeah, I really don't like Dave Matthews.
Everything
man.
they sing.
I tried so hard to get in a Dave Matthews Band, and I cannot do it, dude.
Yeah,
and it stinks because a lot of people I know like Dave Matthews Band, and I'm like, I don't get it.
They're for soccer moms
that
enjoy drinking on the weekends, and that's like they'll go like once a year to see them, and then just be like, oh, Simona, and that's it. They love it. They play like Frisbee, Ultimate Frisbee, and just do that shit.
They just talk shit about each other's kids.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of just jam out.
They're like, oh, well, Timmy's really good at soccer, even though he's cross-legged.
Is he in Mrs. Susan's class?
Oh, yeah, I heard that she teaches the special kids.
I think you're one of those special students.
Well, I feel like they're kind of like Fish, where they just kind of go, like, they play a song and then they go an extra 5 minutes afterwards, just
like Grateful Dead,
playing around. Like, which is kind of
Mr. Barney.
Boring.
Mr. Barney got me into Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
I went over to Graham's house.
I'm so sorry.
Way back, and I just asked him about it. I'm like, I never really liked Grateful Dead. I go, what's the appeal? And he goes, you got to be there. I'm like, that's what everybody says.
Okay, but
you got to be there because you're stoned on acid with mushrooms, and you don't give a shit about the music.
Yeah,
and it's just and it's just continuously just that.
They're not that bad. I don't think they're that great, but they're nice to listen to. It's good background music, good for like a cookout or something
with the family, you know, cookout.
Right.
where
we
nobody's
got some
really, you're not
burgers.
really paying attention to it, but you're not going to be upset when you hear it that it's on.
So why don't you put on Creed?
Right, exactly.
Creed's weird to me, dude. I just don't like his voice, man. I feel like anybody could do that.
That's
It's the-
Yarling.
It's
Yeah.
the post '90s Yarling. It's exactly what it is.
You know who I really like that a lot of people don't like is Disturbed. I really like Disturbed.
Okay, but Disturbed gets props for being in all the early Dragon Ball Z movies.
Oh yeah.
They were like the start back
Yeah,
then.
that's true. They were.
That's true.
We were watching a bunch of clips in my house of the old DBZ movies, and it's like there are like 2 or 3
They
songs
had
in each
just-
one.
DBC was just like, it was way too good, but the fucking number one, you have to wait for 5 minutes to get through the recap of every episode, and when you watch them on the DVDs, the fucking intro scenes, like the music is way too long, like the opening music, and the outro too is way long. Like there's too much like filler, like there's too much in between every episode.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of why DBZ Kai was pretty cool, because it was just kind of cut down.
Yeah.
To,
Thank you.
because
Dude.
I've watched the whole original when it came out through like Toonami and shit. So
Yeah.
now seeing like the Kai is a little bit better. That makes it a lot easier to be
It's
just
more digestible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have a few of the seasons on DVD, and it's like it's so hard to watch them because you have to skip through the like
The episode where Piccolo has to get his driver's license.
That's a great episode.
Yeah.
though.
a great episode, but
I'm trying to think of who argued it, but they said that like that was the reason why a lot of those were good, was like Dragon Ball had a lot of comedy in it,
Right,
and that
yeah.
kept it going. And DBZ kind of like played off of that with the filler episodes a little bit, just keeping it comedic,
yeah.
which was good. But
Dragon Ball was a little different too, though.
yeah,
It felt different vibe wise. It also wasn't fucking as over the top as DBZ was. Like I felt like with DBZ, like they'd reach a certain power level and then they'd be like, "Well, what do we do now? We go to
Yeah.
another power level."
exactly.
And now at this point, they're just gods and shit. It's like,
Well,
where do you go from there?
Welcome to Super, where you got the God mode, you got
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Blue. Now Vegeta has attained like Super Saiyan Blue Ascended kind
Yeah.
of thing, and now they have the Broly movie that's going to
Yep.
be coming out. And I won't lie, Broly was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, definitely have to see that.
So seeing him in a new movie would be really cool. But
Well,
like,
it's supposed to be like actually part of the canon now.
yes. So that's like the cool thing, is they're introducing him as the new character, as like a new character. He's
Yeah.
he's going to be in Z Fighter, the game.
Oh,
They've-
really?
Yep, they've introduced him, I think, and like
I have it. I haven't really played it
I haven't
too
played it.
much. I played like a good chunk of it, but it's like with fighting games, I get to a certain spot and I'm like, well, I've played as everybody.
Yeah.
Like I've done all the moves.
Do I keep fighting? As
I
the
can't play
same-
Mortal Kombat for like that long.
I don't do that, and especially the online aspect.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
online,
not
I
big
just get
into it.
fucking creamed.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's
I'm not into that.
latency and shit, and you
Yeah.
can't really like handle anybody online.
Poor Aaron, who doesn't play video games a lot. Like our Nick is like, play Street Fighter 5, and he's like, Aaron's like, all right, man. Do you have Blanca? He's like, no, we gotta grind for him, dude. Let's get Blanca and Sagat. And I'm like, this is gonna be cool. But watching Aaron play, he's
Yeah.
like, fuck this. I don't want to play against these bastards who sit there for hours and practice and practice.
Yeah.
I'm
Fighting
camming.
games are some of the most frustrating when you're losing.
Yeah, I
'Cause it's-
can't do it. Even Dark Souls, I beat Dark Souls 3 finally, thanks to Nick. Actually, he finally helped me go through all the bosses and shit. Because like Midir, if you've played any of those, like the expansions and shit, he's a bastard, dude. He's an asshole. So it's like, it was nice having someone help me through it, but like the online aspect is something that is just not my cup of tea. Like
Yeah,
I like
it's
people fighting and stuff, but
You're gonna want your mic on.
Like,
He does it every time. Every time he sits down.
my mic off still? Yo, it's
Every
really
time he sits
fucking
down.
annoying, dude, because like one of my coworkers, Steve, I was trying to get him into Dark Souls for the longest time. Finally got him to get Dark Souls 3. But if you play co-op, it makes your game open for anybody to just come in and fuck with you.
Yeah.
And we're in literally the first zone. I made a new guy. He was playing for the first time. We can't even get to the fucking like sub boss of the first area of Lothric Tower or whatever. Yeah, I was wondering what the fuck that was too. I think it's
Yeah,
scabies.
what the fuck? It looks like jizz.
But
Got something on your ear there. I could use some hair gel. Sorry.
oh Jesus.
What about Dark Souls?
Oh no, we just before we could even like get to an area in Lothric, the beginning, the high wall or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't even make it past the dragon to get to the first bonfire there without getting invaded every single fucking time.
And that's like a whole other concept, the covenants and everything. So I was a part of the Dark Moon Covenant.
The fucking basically like the police.
Yeah, so like I'm helping defend people, so people get invaded, and then I'm going in like, what do you want me to do, bro? And it's like, there's someone invading, I gotta kill you.
I remember playing it for the first time and not knowing what any of the covenants were, and getting to the part. What the fuck? What are the purple dudes called? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Fuck if I know.
But there's a covenant where
Purple.
no, that's I
fox.
can't remember what the fuck.
Teletubbies?
The mound makers.
Yeah.
And when they join your game, they're purple instead of blue or red. And
What? I'm so confused. Wait, what do they do?
they can invade your
They
game.
make mounds?
I guess I don't know what it is.
It's just the name.
It's just the name. They can either help you in a level or they can kill you, but you can't attack them until they attack you first or something like that. Or
That
maybe that's
seems
what
fair. That does seem fair.
it was
Very
like that in the
fair.
very very beginning. I don't know if they changed
It's
it.
just
but
like
yeah,
in real life. It's like the stand your ground
it
law.
was like a self-defense thing.
Someone attacks you, then you attack them.
Then you can shoot him and kill him.
But yeah, and then what they don't tell you is that there's a certain boss, the Curse Rotted Greatwood in Dark Souls 3. If you kill him, you can't join the fucking Mound Maker Covenant. So like nobody was ever in it, and I remember playing it, and I was like, how the fuck are these dudes purple? Like I had no idea it even existed, and I'm playing through, and then all of a sudden they're just backstab me, fucking kill me instantly.
Does it matter why they're purple though? You know what I mean?
I mean, the blue guys are good guys, red guys are bad guys, purple
Purple's
dudes
half and half.
half and half. Yeah,
Oh, it's like Mace Windu kind of thing.
yeah.
It's like a Mace Windu
You
situation.
actually, that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
No, I love Dark Souls 3. I only beat it once. It's not like the first one, or it's not like Bloodborne where I can just play it nonstop. I loved the.
I can play him stop for sure.
He fucking hates.
Once and done.
He hates Dark Souls. You hate Dark Souls as much as I hate the Division. Dude, I got the Division on Game Pass, and Seth had already been playing it for like a month or two at the time. So I download it, playing it. I was on party chat with you while I'm playing it the first time. I legitimately died over 50 times doing the tutorial. It was making me so fucking angry. And I finally beat the tutorial after like 2.5 hours. And Seth's like, yeah, you can just come to the main city. You can join me up. I'll give you some gear. We'll go out and just do some stuff. Get to the very end of the tutorial, and the game still hasn't finished installing yet. And I was like, yep, I'm done. That's it. And I literally uninstalled as soon as that happened. I never played past the tutorial. I was so fucking frustrated. Cause like I started off and it gave me like an MP5 and a tiny pistol.
Yeah, but at least you got to grind out some levels in the tutorial.
Yeah, I could have made it to max level in the tutorial. It was that
Max
bad,
level.
dude. It was so fucking stupid. I was getting so mad. And I'm just like, how the fuck can I play Bloodborne and I can't play the Division? I don't understand it. And he's just laughing his ass off the whole
You're
time.
supposed to shoot the guys. That's the problem.
Dude, they kill you in like one hit. I don't get it.
Fuck
you
that.
gotta shoot them.
And you have to kill them. They die in like 10 hits.
I'm too old for that shit. I want a game where I can sit, enjoy the time I'm playing the game,
Yeah.
be done with it.
Yeah.
I don't want a game where I have to struggle and like keep going through the tutorial. Like Dark Souls is rewarding at the end. Once you get to it, like you feel it.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
feel
yeah,
like-
there it is.
Yeah.
But-
It's like edging.
But I feel like that's the game. That's the kind of game where I'd get pissed though, because I'd keep dying. I wouldn't want to deal with it.
See, and it's funny too because Dark Souls, when I first started, I hated it, and then
Yep.
you get good at it, and then all of a sudden you play the rest of them, and you're still trying to scratch that itch from the first one.
Right.
Like Brian is still trying to scratch the itch from the first time he played Demon Souls because he's been playing it since the beginning,
Yeah.
and that's why I'll always go back to Dark Souls 1 no matter what.
And that's weird because I've never beaten Dark Souls 1 or 2. And I know 2 has like the controversy behind it, but
2 was weird because they added way too many complex stats. They made like infinity frames and rolling and all that its own perk called adaptability.
yeah. Yep.
And like, I wasn't a fan of that. Wes loves Dark Souls 2. I think he likes Dark Souls 2 the most. And watching him play it, I was like, I can't do it.
there's some cool stuff I thought that they did differently.
The PvP
between
was
it.
crazy. The
Right.
PvP was like 4-on-4 or some shit, or like 3-on-3. No,
Right.
it was 4-on-4.
See, I haven't even stepped into this world. I haven't even beaten Dark Souls 1. I'm only like 4 or 5 hours into it.
I played it
maybe.
for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Right.
Did
It's like, I'm
you even
good.
get past the Asylum Demon?
I was on like some spot, like I was on like some fucking wall, and I was like running around on a wall, and that was it. That was the end of the game for me.
That's the beginning.
That was the beginning of the game.
The first wall.
It literally
He
is
found the
beginning of
first
game.
wall and ran against it.
Yeah,
He's looking for illusory walls.
I found a
No, I
wall, and that
fucking
was it.
oh my god, there's something about Dark Souls 1, man. It just captures my youth. Because
Yeah.
I spent so much time playing that in high school. Dark Souls 1 and Fallout New Vegas, those are the two games I put at least 1,000 hours.
I can't
each
get into
into.
Fallout anymore. It seems like I played 3, and I like
Ooh.
3's good.
Vegas.
I
Vegas
didn't
is the
mind
best
3,
one,
and then I didn't play New Vegas. I played.
gotta.
I started playing 4, and then I was
No.
like, well,
Go to Vegas.
Yep.
Play New Vegas.
You can literally play New Vegas any way you want.
Yeah.
Literally any way you want. Like if I
I
get
spend
bored,
too much time in Destiny. That's the problem.
that's the
Like,
killer.
so I can't play anything else. 'cause
My
I-
soul. Yeah, I know. I kind of have to shit.
It happens.
Well, New Vegas is cool because like you can make any character you want. Like I got bored and I was at endgame with a character that was just good at everything, and I was like, you know what? I watched American Psycho and I got really baked. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make an American Psycho guy. I'm gonna drink and do drugs and only kill people with fancy knives and stuff and
Fair
axes, and then be wicked charismatic, and then only wear suits.
it's perfect.
And yeah, so I was like, my barter, my speech, and my melee weapons were maxed out, and that's just what I did. And if I wouldn't be like my regular character where I could just like shoot my way out of it. I'd be like, all right, what would Patrick Bateman do? Oh, I'd use a fucking fire axe and chop everybody into little bits.
Yeah.
Was there a chainsaw in New Vegas?
Oh yeah, you could get a
What are the
chainsaw.
expansions?
Yeah, with the Gunrunner Arsenal expansion, you can
Yep.
get a chainsaw and then get the diamond fiber blades that increases the damage by like 20 or some shit.
Really, if you like Fallout, go back to that one.
New Vegas is the best one. I have the Game of the Year edition. I can drop it off here because
I can't.
Play it.
Destiny 2 Forsaken. It comes out on Tuesday.
You're playing Destiny 2?
Yeah.
not even the good one.
You could play Fallout New Vegas. Or
Pip-
Diablo 2.
or Dark Souls 2.
Or Dark Souls.
Or
Dark
Oh,
Souls.
but I don't know if I can.
2.
Hmm?
See, because
Madden 2 would be
plus
better.
I got that's the thing is plus I have Madden
Yeah.
and MLB The Show, so that's enough. That's enough. That's all I need.
Mm.
That's sports games.
Yeah,
Where's the fantasy?
you know what I mean.
Where's
well,
the
that's,
shooting
That's what
shit?
it is. That's the fantasy.
Because you don't want to
You're just
go
making
play
up a
Madden
team.
and then shoot people.
Yeah, but well, that's what that one guy did. He was
That's
he
the
did
problem.
the fantasy. That was
If they had
fantasy
Madden
part.
and then when you lost, you went to a Call of Duty tournament, he'd have been fine.
Right.
But they didn't have that outlet.
Yeah, they need a next door Call of Duty tournament. Is what they need.
We need Call of Duty mental
Like the losers-
stabilization tournaments.
Yeah, it's
They
like
had-
a losers bracket. It's like they go play Call of Duty.
1v1 on Rust. Intervention only.
No,
No attachments.
I want to go back to Counter-Strike 1.6, Scouts only. Go back to those maps. Make those people play those.
Yeah. I was really annoyed because I loved Global Offensive, but then it got
Yeah.
too loot boxy and too
I only have
too
1.6.
mainstream. Source
So
was
I
probably
have-
my
Dude.
favorite.
You should go back and play 1.6.
That's it's the only thing you can do.
Why is anyone doing anything else?
Yeah,
1.6 or Diablo 2?
people just.
Did you like 3 or no?
Diablo 3 was good. I liked it for the story and a lot of it, but I don't get into like the multiplayer level and shit.
I think
So,
people
that's
just like
not
new
it.
stuff.
Right.
They like to be able to say they're playing new stuff. They don't
What
want
do
to say like, "Hey, I'm playing RuneScape." What's going on?
Dude, RuneScape's on Android now.
It is
Mm-hmm.
the original RuneScape.
Mm-hmm.
I say that's a game. I played RuneScape back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, no, old school
Oh,
RuneScape.
shit.
It's early access for free. I just I don't even like RuneScape, but I downloaded it just in case.
I was gonna say, what was when you had to pay for it? You can get like the dragon armor, the
Yeah.
dragon longsword, all
it's
the
literally
crazy
called
shit.
old school Rune.
Yeah, dude.
It's not 3D. It's like the original version from what I know.
Holy shit!
Do you guys remember playing Adventure Quest? or
No.
what was the other one? It was a turn-based flash game where you would create a character and you'd pick like what area of the game you were from, and then you would have to just do turn-based battles.
No.
Make friends, buy pets, open businesses. It was sort of like the guys that made Maple Story, I think, made it.
Is this Neopets?
No, called Adventure Quest. Okay. It was sort of like it was like a generic Final Fantasy.
Perfect.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I'm gonna chop down so many trees. I'm gonna hit so much ore.
Dude, I think it's crazy how popular RuneScape still is. Like, it is fucking huge. Still.
It's almost like a hipster, like
MMO.
like when kids weren't able to play it back in the day, now they can.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? That's something that's totally different. Now is like people going back. We have a friend.
Oh my god,
There
It's
you
literally
go.
the whole
that's so fucking good.
Jesus Christ. I was gonna say, we have a friend who is literally like, wait, you've got an old school TV?
Yup.
And they're like, wait, you have a N64?
Yeah.
He's like, wait, what Mario parties do you have? It's like,
Oh god, I have to
two.
move. I wonder if it
I've
still
got all
remembers
of them.
my
Do
account.
you have 5 for the GameCube?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think we have 1 through 5. And our buddy was like, dude, that's worth so much money. Holy fuck.
Is it really?
Yeah. They're worth still like $60-$70 each
What?
for the cartridge.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I let a friend borrow an anime, Neon Genesis Evangelion, everything. Like from the TV show to the movies. And I was like, yeah, it's no big deal, man. I got those like forever ago. Yeah. Come to find out nowadays, the whole set goes for like $800 to $1,000. So I was legitimately just like,
Did he sell it on you?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
He's a legitimate dude. He's awesome.
It wasn't me, was it?
No.
Sounds like
You're a legitimate dude,
sounds
though.
like something I would
He's
do.
a legitimate dude.
He's a legitimate dude.
Nowadays, that means something different.
Shout out to Matt
Nowadays-
Jamie. It does. It really does. Because like normally I'd be freaked out, but now it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's with him. It's all right.
Right.
It's cool. You know what I mean?
Right. It means you still
I'm
have
a
a
real
penis.
boy.
It means you still have a penis.
He, whether he does or not, I assume he does. But
Right.
the idea is that he's a legitimate person. He's still willing to live up to morals. And expect
That was some ASMR shit right there.
You have to to give your life to God.
And the flutters.
I have no beer left, but you can listen to me drink an empty beer. Jesus. Dude, you can make a lot of money doing that.
I know.
We were talking
I
about
mean, we
making
can't.
it.
We're men. So
Yeah,
If you're a
you
hot
have to be a
chick.
hot, skinny, fucking white girl.
Yeah.
Like
If they're-
Gigi, what the fuck's her name? Gigi?
I
I feel like the people.
I don't know. There's an Asian chick who does it.
I'm sure.
And I'm not into A's at like any of that.
You're not
But
into-
asthma, any of that.
Oh
but,
yeah.
But she does like the food thing, and I don't give a shit. I just put it on mute. I
the
just
food
watch her.
thing.
Yeah, she like eats food, like opens packages and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Yo, remember that video forever ago of the Asian dude that was like laughing at his fucking
yes,
food? That
the
was
Korean
hilarious.
eating food.
Yeah, he would like open the fucking weed.
We were literally watching all of those videos. He actually got super skinny and
Did he
like
really?
got his life corrected, but
Oh, good
still
for
eats
him,
lots
man.
of food.
Good for him.
Look at the fucking.
That was the classic video though.
That was the best. That was like,
That's what it is. He like witch cackles. It's like a- and no one knows what the fuck he was eating either.
no, it doesn't matter.
I don't know what
'Cause
else
his
say that.
reaction.
He kept opening it up and like the steam coming out and he'd fucking freak out.
There's a video that's lost. The YouTube channel has died now, but it was a video of him.
Was it
drunk.
Alex Jones?
No.
Oh.
He can die. He can die off, from my opinion.
He's already
But-
they lost.
But
it
this
all.
poor Korean guy needs every bit of support we get. Cause like, it's honestly like one of those things where there's a video of him drunk on sake, drinking, like, and wearing a little sombrero, and he was cooking some sort of Mexican food. It was awesome.
That
Because that's
seems
really
like-
what he does is tries to tell you what he's
Sake is so
eating.
good.
Yeah, that
It's
seems
so
like an
fucking
instant
good.
classic.
All of those videos are.
You ever have sake before?
Go to Infowars.com for the for the video.
Go to Infowars.com/clearshots.
prisonplanet.com.
Go to Infowars.com/Daisy's Destruction.
I was gonna say, did you guys see the thing that he got caught looking at T-Babes?
T-Babes.
T-Babes.
Fuck is T-Babes.
T-Babes. Think about it, T-Babes.
Like teens?
No.
Jailbait?
That would be better
Jailbait?
for him, but
Tiny babes?
no.
Babies?
Chicks with dicks.
T-babes.
What's wrong with that?
T-Babes.
What?
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just the fact
Trap?
that he fights like against that kind of thing and then gets caught looking at it.
And maybe he was just investigating.
I thought
investigative
everybody.
research.
I thought he was just a
Yeah.
character. I thought he was like Colbert. Is that
He
not
is.
the case?
That's
That's
my opinion, but he does stuff so literal that I question it.
Yeah, he
That,
gets
like,
to like
he-
points
he-
where he's like borderline. Like,
Yeah.
he can't really.
Like him being like, Sandy Hook was fake. None of that happened. They were all actors. And that one poor bastard who loved Alex Jones, who went
Yeah.
on and was like, I believed that until my child died.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, huh,
I guess I'm going to refund my Patreon.
to Alex Jones. The poor bastard.
Yeah, it's.
I would love to have a beer with Alex Jones, dude.
Well, that's the thing is like a lot of right-minded people, quote unquote, are friends with him and are like cool with what he does.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get weird.
Wait, well thought out or like conservatives? What do you mean right-minded?
well thought out.
Okay.
I would say in a certain way, like
I'm sorry, dude. I spent so much time on Reddit. Whenever I hear left or right, all I can think about is Trump.
Yeah, right.
Well, the thing, like Rogan talks about him all the time because he's friends with him, and he talks.
They've been
about
friends
how-
for a long time.
Yeah, he talks about how he understands like that it's a character for the most part, but
Yeah.
he gets a little fucking like the lines blur quite
Yeah.
a bit with him. But he
Well, it's
says
like-
he likes being around him as a person. you
Yeah,
know?
and he's just a normal dude when he's not on camera.
right. I imagine that probably is the case.
Yeah.
But that's like the thing is he needs to break that line.
Pull it
at
back
some
a little.
point. Or at least like acknowledge like, hey, this is a character.
But maybe, maybe that's the best way to do it.
Well,
Because
it's
I think
funny,
his fan
remember-
base likes the character he is. So
Remember Stephen Colbert when
Yeah.
he did the Colbert Report and he was like obviously making fun of Republicans the whole
right?
time.
Yeah.
But he was supposed to.
And then
be
they
like
invited
this
him to the
dumb-
White House congressional dinner or whatever, and he just fucking roasted everybody.
Yep.
Like George Bush, he was at the fucking main table with everybody as a correspondent, and he just got up there and he just fucking killed. It was so fucking fun.
Didn't he get pushed off stage?
Oh yeah,
kinda?
they
Like,
kicked him
they were
out.
like,
They kicked him out. Yeah,
you got 20 minutes. Now it's 5. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. You can't be making fun of us. We'll make fun of everybody else.
That's really my take is that like whether it's Republican, Democrat, it's all one big like cycle. You know what I mean? And anyone that's on the tertiary is
Yeah.
where the real thought of politics goes.
Yeah.
Because they really just want to keep the cycle going.
I don't
Make
think.
sure.
I think a two-party system is a fucking joke.
It is.
Of
It
course
truly
it
is.
Because then they make you feel bad for not voting or picking a third party collective.
I literally don't vote because people get annoyed about it. Like it doesn't do anything for me.
You didn't vote, you
I don't
bastard.
believe in your country. Hmm.
You know,
I'm
I
not a
might just
part of
vote
it.
next time just because then I can write in whoever the fuck I want and I can
That's-
say I voted.
That's the
Alex
best
Jones.
part.
Yeah.
You write in. I think to go on the record.
What
I
happens
think
if some random dude just gets written in and by like most people and he doesn't want the job?
That should
at
be a
all?
movie.
Dude,
that should really be
It
a
should
movie.
be.
I
Oh, yeah.
panicked. Our last presidential election, I think I wrote like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. And
Or
what
something.
happens if everybody writes Bugs Bunny though?
He wins.
You know what I mean?
No,
That's
Electoral College takes over and
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
and
a whole
it sets
thing.
it. But what do you do when the Electoral College picks someone and then Bugs Bunny is the popular vote?
Oh
Right.
wait, so you mean like with Bernie?
Yeah.
How Bernie got completely
Bugs
shafted out of
Bernie?
the thing.
Yep.
The Electoral College is weird because I think it makes sense. We were talking about how New York City basically dictates what happens in New York State.
Yeah. Yep.
But and then you have the smaller states that their vote has to be equal and stuff like that. But
Now,
it's
why though? I just don't.
it's
I don't
just-
understand. Why.
I think it's the problem is, and we were talking about it too, is that America is so big that it's so difficult for everybody to be under one flag. And I think since we've been kids, and maybe even 10, 20 years before that, it stopped being 50 states together to 50 states kind of against each other and under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was way back when. It was like New York State is New York. You do New York stuff.
Yeah.
But now
But there were a lot of cultural things. Like New York would pass laws, and then it would transfer from other states to states because they were cultural.
Arizona was always way behind. They didn't even recognize MLK Day until like our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I just think it's weird. I don't like the I don't like the federal government, man. I don't like the federal government at all. I just think it should be all like think global, act local, dude. But I also don't want a mosque in my neighborhood.
Why not?
No, I'm fucking kidding.
But to me, in a perfect world, there'd be no religions.
No.
Because we'd all understand they're all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think it's just organized religion that's the problem. I think you can have whatever
Partial.
beliefs you want. You know, it's like
You guys you've been to church ever? It's fucking great,
Dude,
everybody there is so
I
nice.
don't think so.
I grew up a Methodist. I went to church every Sunday. Aaron and I.
Are those people that do meth?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Pretty. They're Christian light. Some of them are very like
They're like
blase.
Christian.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like
They're
whatever
not,
works.
they're like the exact opposite of like a Catholic.
Yeah.
So it's like the demo version.
Yeah. Catholics are like,
You're like
You didn't pay for
you
to
gotta
get rid of
pay
ads.
no, we'll keep the ads. We'll just sit here and deal with it. But that's pretty much what it is. You get like the Catholics that are very like defined.
Very
they have
rigid.
the issues. Yeah. And then now you get like the Methodists that are kind of just.
I just don't like
whatever.
that the Catholics like knew about this fucking pedophile shit and like swept it under the rug for,
They've always
for
known.
way too long.
Dude, did you see the thing that they busted that dude in Philadelphia? They busted this guy in Philadelphia. He was running he was like a director for CPS in Philadelphia, the greater area, whatever. Found out that he was purposely sending kids to foster homes for fucking sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And getting paid for it.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, no, I'm in the wrong business, apparently. He had a nice house.
How much is he making?
He has a
like,
Rolls
what's his-
Royce. Dude, once you get behind the wheel of one of those fuckers, yeah, I'll sell 100 kids.
Yeah. 100. That seems like a lowball figure, though. You know what I mean? If you're
It depends price
There's
per
at least
head.
1,000 kids
yeah,
involved
like,
for
you gotta go
rolls.
up.
If you want a BMW, maybe go with
Right.
500 kids or so.
Yeah, it depends on what year we're talking too.
Yeah.
It's like the Domino's repeater eater cards.
Yeah. And is this with all the additional like add-ons like the fucking Bluetooth and the power windows, power
Steering,
Yeah.
everything.
This is
ABS.
with the extra seats, the race seats.
If I had the
Loaded.
money, I
All
would
the
get
optionals.
like a luxury car, like a Rolls Royce or a Maserati or something, and have like fucking the crank windows,
Right.
like
yeah.
only
Dude,
FM AM radio, like
I'm
no
telling
CD
you, though-
player, dude. That'd be the fucking funniest. Imagine if you're like a criminal and you break into that car expecting something fancy, and there's not even an alarm system.
Yeah.
There's a goddamn 8-track in here. What the fuck
There's
is
not
this?
there's fucking there's cigarette lighters and ashtrays all around. You're like the interior is just like a 1981 Lincoln Town car, but the exterior is like a Maserati.
Blank cassettes. Blank cassettes in it.
It's all stained leather.
Perfect.
Blank CDRs.
The fake wood panel finish.
I'm not gonna lie though, crank windows are the shit. Because they don't break.
I'm a fan of crank windows, dude.
My
Like
issue,
they don't fuck up like a power window does
Exactly.
and get stuck.
dude, the amount of vehicles we've had that have had that happen
Yeah.
versus me going and being like, oh, the buddy's car's windows are down. It's going to rain. I'm going
Yeah.
to roll them up, be a nice guy. I don't want to go get the keys.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
that. It's like startups. Like you get the automatic starter for your car. You get those and the roll up windows. So you get half and half.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. It's a hybrid.
Yeah. Modern and old, the hybrid.
That's what hybrid should really be. I feel like I've seen too many times where someone's window gets stuck down and they have to put like fucking like a fucking
Trash bag.
yeah, like
Oh,
literally
yeah,
a bag
yeah,
over
no, I
the
know what
window
you
or
mean.
some shit.
I won't lie. We've got a few vehicles at our house that do that.
Yeah, it's I
It's
mean
a
they
common
all
thing.
it seems like they all do that.
That's why I walk and take cabs, man. No maintenance, dude.
We were actually talking about you and the Uber dude.
Oh,
You and-
John. the fucking crazy guy, my best friend / cab driver, about how he makes breakfast at my house when he gets to my house too early.
Hey, what's up, man? I made you some eggs.
Yeah, dude, I think I told the story already.
Uber John.
No, he texted me. I was like, hey, John, I need a pickup. I go, like, 6:45. I need to be at work by 7. He goes, yeah, I can do that. So it's like 10 after 6. I had made coffee. I had a bagel. I go up, get ready to take a shower. And he texts me. He goes, I'm here. And I go, all right. I go, I'm getting in the shower. I go, you're like a half hour early. He goes, I got time. And I go, well, fucking coffee's on the pot, dude. Come in. I fucking take a shower, shave, and get ready for work. And he's just sitting in my kitchen, just fucking chilling.
He's like, yo, you got any Eggo?
Yo, Lego my Eggo, man.
He's like, you got any Splenda? I don't like using sugar for my coffee. I'm like, nah, I got honey, dude. Honey's too.
So
Yeah, who are you talking? What with Aaron?
Yeah.
Or Polly? Yeah. No, it's too good. No, he's a fucking crazy motherfucker, dude. He's fucking nuts. He's like a,
seems like a good guy, though.
no, what is he? He's like he does like citizen's arrest all the time. He tells me all these stories. He has handcuffs and stuff, and he works for the police department. It's like, so if like he has, I don't know what he has to do it, but he like if somebody is doing something bad and he sees it, he's allowed to like go up and just fucking confront them.
What are your qualifications for that? Like, what do you have
I
to
don't know.
do?
Be a fucking crazy cab driver. I have no idea, dude. But I've seen it happen. Like, I've seen him do a sting operation. Like, I remember going to Walmart. I'm not even kidding, dude. I went to Walmart one day, and I'm checking out. I'm like, how's it going, John? He goes, I'm not here.
You didn't see me.
I'm like,
Don't look at me. He's like crouching
all right.
behind a fucking plant.
Ignore me.
And it's hard for him to hide. The dude's like 350 pounds. He's ginormous. I'm not kidding.
He looks like fucking spaghetti.
But he's awesome. No, he was telling me about. It was. I saw him there, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not here. You didn't see me." I'm like, "All right." So I leave, and I fucking like 2 days later, he picks me up, brings me to work. I'm like, "So what the fuck were we doing at Walmart?" He goes, "Oh, we were catching the savage."
The Savage.
It's his last name. It's Savage is his last name. He goes, "Yeah, we were catching the savage." And I go, "What's going on?" He goes, "Well, he didn't." I make him sound like Alex Jones.
It
'cause he
sounds
looks
like a fucking.
he looks like Alex Jones. He's like, "Yeah, we." He's like, well, I was talking to the cops and I was telling him about how he's been driving cabs around. He doesn't have his permit anymore and doesn't have a license, and he's doing it illegally under the table, all that, not reporting anything. I'm like, oh. I go, so how'd you fucking do that? And he goes, the guy's a fucking idiot. He goes, I texted him. He has my number, and he still came to pick me up at fucking Walmart. Why would he have to do that? He's waiting outside for me. And I went out there, I gave him the money, and as soon as he took the money from me, what? And 2 cop cars came up and fucking impounded his car and arrested the guy. He's like,
George Soros and interdimensional vampires.
Interdimensional taxi drivers. Interdimensional taxi drivers
Hillary
are taking
Clinton.
all your money under the table. They're giving you improper change. Wrong denomination. Who fucking tips in $2 bills?
I got a $2 bill
Right?
in my wallet
You got it.
right now.
You're not going to spend it, right?
No, it's a lucky.
No, you
$2
can't
bill.
spend those.
They're lucky.
You can only lose those. That's the only thing that you
Yeah.
can do with $2 bills.
People look at them and they're like, "That's not real money."
Right.
It's like the Szechuana like gold dollar,
Or like
coins.
a half dollar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
That
like,
freaks people out.
no one spends those.
I want to see like a $32 bill. Like it's something just fucking completely like something that doesn't make any
An
sense.
odd denomination.
but is somehow like legal.
They did it with the pennies. They had the bits.
They should just make a denomination of
Or like
every
a half
number.
penny?
A half penny was a bit.
It's a half penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well, they
Okay.
used to
Remember the Outsiders
Yeah.
back in the day? 2-bit.
Right.
He's a penny.
Hmm.
See, it's half a penny. Didn't make any sense then.
I remember Soda Pop
Soda pop was
and
cool.
Johnny. He dies.
Do it for Johnny.
Do it for Johnny. Stay gold, honey boy. Stay gold.
What if all our money was coins though?
That'd be sweet, dude. I love coins.
I'd be
Like,
okay
I feel
with
like
that.
you'd lose money easier though.
Get
Yeah,
a
but you-
$100 coin.
Yeah, but
just
you
Yeah.
could
toss
always-
it
like,
somewhere.
Like, what the fuck? Like
Shit,
you
those are
fucking lose that
quarter.
shit in the crack of the couch.
But it'd be perfect. It's like saving without saving.
But it would have to be huge. Like it would have to be like the size of these mic fucking filters.
like the CDs.
I'd like to
Like a-
relinquish this for
So
some
you don't lose it.
groceries. Money's fucked up anyways.
It is.
We don't even have a gold standard anymore.
It's
We just survive off of whatever the dollar's worth.
I thought it was. Isn't it the U.S. dollar is the standard now?
For what? Everything?
for the U.S.
Great. Yeah, for the U.S.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
I mean,
it
they
is.
use it for standards like oil trade
Well,
back
for
in
the
day.
stock,
I don't think
like,
anymore, but
like the stock market, because
Yeah.
the stock market
Yeah.
is mostly based in America, so that's how they base it on the tender.
right.
You know, we got to go to good boy points.
It's
dude.
just an odd concept because it's an odd concept
guys.
because there's nothing backing it up. Like
No.
it's just a piece of paper that just happens to mean this is a dollar.
Yeah,
you know?
Doug Standard was like, there's no currency. It's just the faith you have in the currency.
Yeah.
So if I can burn $100 bills, they're worth the burning. Or
Well, it's
what?
why people buy Bitcoin because they have faith in
And the
cryptocurrency.
Bitcoin, right?
So
It's
they
weird.
buy it and they go, well, hey, eventually this is what's going to be the norm. So I'm going to have shit tons of money as soon as it fucking blows up.
You
Yeah.
said it's going to be the norm, and all I could think of was like Norm Macdonald struggling to buy Bitcoin. I don't even know what this is. I don't know. It's online. Would I order pizza with it?
Dude, legitimately, one of my buddies back in the day actually got like 2 or 3 Bitcoins for buying a pizza because they were only worth like $10 each. He sold them back like maybe 2, 3, 4 years later.
Yeah.
They were like $1,000 each.
Yep.
That's how it works.
But now it's like, now that it's blown up, it's not.
It's crashing the computer market.
Yeah. I think, well, the
We
problem
talked
is,
about it last time. I was
Crypto
there.
mining
Crypto
and-
mining.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
fucking everything up. It's so stupid.
that's the problem. I feel like people can get into those accounts. There are some that are backed up by gold,
Right.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, because they have a standard that it'll fall to.
Yeah, like
You
you
know
could
what I mean?
spend it like a debit card, but it's backed up like there's a vault that you would have that they hold on to basically, but it's your gold. So you're basically paying people in gold. So like as soon as you exchange it, they're acquiring that gold that's in your vault. It's very strange the way
Gold
they
is
do it.
fucking crazy, man. You never hear people talking
But
about
it's
gold.
but it's the most logical currency you would imagine, you know,
Right.
like it's a physical thing, like it's an actually backed up sort of currency.
Right.
See, I'd be part of the silver team. I'd be the silver.
Yeah,
the silver currency.
But
Then
why
you gotta have a
couldn't-
bronze.
Why couldn't you do both? Why couldn't you have a system
You
that...
can't
you
have
could.
both. It's a two-party system. It's just whichever one is dominant.
I'm ready for the fucking the fucking tungsten standard.
How much money do you have in thorium?
The neon standard. You can see banks from space.
I got 60 Bitcoin in it in Ensinium. You would like it?
It's still that's even that's weird though, because it's like now you're thinking like
Tungsten?
anything like that. It's like now you have some fucking object that for some reason is worth shit to you.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's kind of the same.
You could transfer it to anything. Because think of it like we make it gold. There's a certain amount of gold on the planet.
Yeah.
It can only be that much. So then what do? Like, oh, there's more silver. Make it silver standard. Make it bronze standard. And then you start, like, mixing shit. Like, at what point are we just like, it's worth aluminium. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly.
To sound fancy. It's not aluminum. It's aluminium.
Dude,
Yeah.
if the
If
world
you're in
was
England,
going by
it's already
if the world was
aluminum.
going by an aluminium standard, then Oswego County would be ginormous because of Novellis.
Novellis. Novellis is just pumping money out, dude.
The Novellis in Oswego is literally the biggest aluminum plant in North America.
You mean aluminium?
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
It's so much more satisfying to say aluminium.
Yeah.
It is.
The second I heard that, I couldn't go
Yeah,
back.
I used to watch so much
Aluminium.
Top Gear, so
Yep.
like they would say it in every episode because every
It's
car
made of
was
perfectly cut tungsten aluminium.
The aluminium in this vehicle is built by. Sounds fancy.
Dude, I'm so pissed. Like, I want to watch Top Gear, but like, it's not on anything anymore. And I would have to buy like the UK DVDs,
Which
and they
one's
won't
Top
play in any of these fucking players.
Is that
basically.
those 3 British dudes that would just drive ridiculous cars around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not on Netflix anymore?
No, it used to be on Netflix.
It's not on Hulu?
It's not on Hulu because
That
I
was
used
a
to watch
show I would
that,
watch.
and I used to watch Kitchen Nightmares, and Kitchen Nightmares went to Hulu. Those are the only two BBC
Dude, the
things
Amy's
that I
Baking
watch.
Company episode of Kitchen Nightmares is way too good.
They're all way too fucking good.
You
what was-
fucking cunt.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You're trying to fucking bosh this?
Fuck, what was the one? There was the one. It was like Giuseppe's Pizza Restaurant.
Yeah,
That one
that's
where
what
he had the menu, and the menu was like 5 different menus or something.
Yeah. He always has to simplify the menu, make it simple and rustic.
Yeah.
It always has to
The
be
Giuseppe's
easy as
one
fuck.
is great. That's when he was threatening him, right?
Yeah.
He's in the back room threatening him because he was vacuuming wrong. Like, he fired a guy because he vacuumed the wrong way. And it would, like, it's painful because, like, some of the spots that the Kitchen Nightmares restaurants would be in were like, how are you failing right now? Like, you were in such a good area of, like, San Francisco or Los Angeles.
It seemed like the common factor was that they didn't take care of their kitchen. Like, people wouldn't clean.
They were like Bridie Manor levels.
And that's the case. But that's
I
the case.
worked at Bridie
Yeah, so
Manor.
you know exactly what I
I
mean.
know what it's like.
Well, it seems like that's probably the case everywhere.
Yeah.
Like most people's, their job is to cook and clean up their area real quick. But by the time they're fucking cleaning up, they want to get out. Like that's the end of their job. Like,
welcome to the kitchen, bitch.
yeah, like that's
It's funny.
literally,
Like, our kitchen, I've worked in 3 kitchens.
I guarantee there's a handful of places that actually have clean kitchens.
My kitchen is
like up to
nowhere
standards.
the kitchen we work with is pretty good. The Foundry was bad. I didn't work at Bridie, but I used to do volunteer work there for like spaghetti dinners and pancake breakfasts and stuff with the Kiwanis Club. Terrifying.
The
Dude,
Kiwanis. The
yeah.
Kiwanis.
Yeah, dude. Awful. Those dudes were fucking.
The Kwanzas.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck them. They do good stuff around here, but I don't.
They're
I don't
all
fucking
pricks,
know.
dude. My dad was in it, and he was the youngest guy by like 40 years, and they were like wicked creepy with like my sister, and like they were literally all of them were like Quagmire.
Are you Italian?
So how
Were they
old are
interdimensional
you?
child molesters?
Interdimensional child molesters are doing fundraisers for your family.
Reptilian vipers.
They're eating all the crab legs.
We've got no snow crab left.
I just remember my mom she'll never go to Bridie Manor again because we did a volunteer thing there for like a benefit. We volunteered, and the breadsticks were like underneath. They were like underneath
What a
a
tragedy.
sink or something. In a
Yeah.
box, the box was wide open, and
Yep.
there was something dripping into the breadsticks. And I remember my mom asked one of the cooks, she's like, "There's something dripping on the breadsticks. Which one do you use?" And he goes, "The ones that aren't wet."
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, just eat around the drips.
Dude,
Yep.
yeah.
Just eat around the drips.
Like, not move the box, not throw the box out. Like, just grab the dry one.
Literally, we used to have a cook that would smoke cigarettes
In the
over
kitchen?
over like cutting raw chicken, just
Jesus.
stogie.
I would love
And then
to
the
look at
joints. That was the best because as the kitchen workers with long hair, we got accused. Like, it smells like some sort of jazz cigarette. What's going on back here? And it's like, nothing other than your fucking cook
Right.
being a jackass. You know what I mean? But that's Italian cooking. I thought. I didn't know. I was 15. I didn't know shit.
Right, that's the thing.
You don't know anything.
You know what
until-
sucks
into that
though?
world.
Is that even above all that, they make really good fucking food there. I really do.
That's
like
all.
their food.
That's all that matters. As long as it tastes good, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you get you sick and you have jizz in it or whatever.
Plenty
Like,
of-
that's
it's
the
like
thing.
old
Is
school
that I worked
zonies,
at the
dude.
Foundry too for a year when I was younger. That was my first job. Was the
Yeah.
Foundry. That kitchen was immaculate, but the food there, it was like if Kitchen Nightmares went there, he would freak out because everything there was pre-made.
Yeah.
And it was advertised as not being pre-made.
Right. That's
We
what
weren't supposed to
he's.
tell people. And
Yeah.
like the salads, everybody's like, "Oh my god, you have great salads."
And if Ramsey sees a fucking microwave, he's gonna throw it out the fucking window.
Dude, what's the
Chef
one?
Mike.
Oh, fucking
Yeah,
Cutthroat
Chef Mike.
Kitchen, dude. That show is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You ever watch that?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
I have.
No.
Cutthroat Kitchen?
No.
It's a game show in a kitchen. What they do is they have these 4 like amateur chefs or sometimes professional chefs. Like they had this one episode where they had all these different chefs from the Food Network. So you start off with all these points. And what you do is at every round you get like 45 seconds to run into this tiny little supermarket that has anything you could imagine. They'd be like, "All right, well, you're going to make lasagna." So you go in, you grab all the ingredients to make lasagna, you come back out. And then they auction off stuff. And it's either a positive for you or a negative for somebody else. So they'll be like, "All right, well, for 100 points out of it's the amount of money you have, you can win up to like $20,000. So
Okay.
you start with 20,000, then you have to auction off the money you can potentially win to get these power ups or power downs. You'd be like, "All right, for $100, you could take any ingredient from somebody else and add it to your collection."
Right.
Or for $1,000, you could make it so any specific cook you're competing against has to use a microwave to cook everything. And it's shit like that, dude.
And
It's
the
a,
thing
it's,
is, like,
it's a,
You can
and,
really fuck somebody with that, though.
yeah. And there's some episodes where there's a guy that they all gang up on, and it's like, dude, there was one episode I watched where
he just has nothing.
Dude,
like,
he
just
had
has
to.
a dough, and
What
that's
the
all
fuck?
he's got.
He had to make something, and it was like paninis or quesadillas, something where he had to press and like cook on the stove, and they made him use a personal waffle iron that was like this big in order to make. He had to cook everything on this waffle.
He ends
iron.
up with like a grape soda as
And
the
he
only
fucking-
ingredient. Like
He destroyed. He cooked everything on this waffle iron, and just it was amazing. And it wasn't like fucking George Foreman, Gary Coleman waffle iron. It was like one of those old school presses
yeah,
where you had to have it over the stove. It's cool. It's crazy, like the ingenuity that a lot of cooks have.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
yeah.
Like, there's a guy I work with.
Well, that just comes from years of doing it and knowing what works and what doesn't.
Yeah. Like this guy I work with.
It
Alex,
comes from
I think
a lot
you
of
know Alex
failure.
Brightbeck.
Yeah.
He's an amazing cook, and he can just do anything you'd ask him
Mm-hmm.
to, and it's like he'll put his own spin on it.
I imagine the number of times you failed though is what contributes to how good you are.
yeah,
The
for
grape
sure.
soda with the whole waffle iron doesn't work, so you
Yeah.
need to evolve from there.
Yeah, like you have to
You know what I mean?
adapt. You have to adapt when all you have is grape soda and a waffle iron.
Do you guys like grape soda? I don't like fruit flavored sodas. Really,
It's all right.
Orange
I
soda,
basically
grape
just
soda.
had grape soda.
I was
a
going
good
to say
point.
this. It's like watermelon. Thank you for trading, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
How about grape?
Well, they have a peach one. The peach one's really good, but I don't know where to find it. They had it at Groffalo's once, and they never got it back.
You gotta get it on Amazon. Amazon Prime.
Should I piss in this bottle?
No, probably not. I don't think the capacity is very great on that.
No, it's not. And the head on it is too small.
It is.
There's like a rule: Gatorade
I
bottles.
mean, you
only.
could probably squeeze it in there, but
Ooh, that's tight. You know, there's rules on the road when you got to piss in a bottle. There has to be a certain width, and that
right,
Well,
yeah,
that's
like
what
piss
that
jugs situations.
yeah. I mean, Gatorade bottles work, but
Those are great, yeah. They're built for that.
oh my god, pissing, spitting your dip. That's like the best thing. Watching some guy with a big fucking Powerade bottle, just spitting it out.
Did you ever shoot?
No, fuck that.
You ever try it?
Oh yeah,
You didn't like it?
no.
Did you
I've
ever
tried
shoot
it. I didn't like it either.
Really?
Speaking of piss, I gotta piss.
All right, yeah, let's call this one. Clear Shots is available on any of your favorite podcast platforms. ClearShotsPodcast.com is the best place to find all of our social media links. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.